with former world champion Billy Dib. How are you doing? You're in Saudi Arabia. How are you feeling?
I feel great, man. I'm really enjoying my time over here. It's been quite an experience thus far. So it's got to visit Mecca, which was amazing, so memorable. And if nothing else comes from this trip, at least I got to go to Mecca and visit the Holy Land.
You were originally on this bill to fight another opponent. Now you got that big fight against Amir Khan. How's the nerves going into this fight?
To be quite honest with you, I really mean this when I say it. There's not one nerve at this stage. I'm not feeling nervous at all because, at the end of the day, let's be quite honest, nothing is expected of me. And when you expect nothing, you get everything, you know what I mean? So, all the pressure's on me. The pressure is on him to win, to outdo me, to outfight me, to basically, every round that I survive is a win in my eyes, you know what I mean? So I'm not expected to do anything in this fight.
We spoke in the elevator actually coming here about this is a similar step to what Khan took against Canelo,
Yeah.
but for you, you're hoping a different outcome.
Yeah, look, definitely hoping for a different outcome, you know what I mean? I feel that when you are talking about the welterweight division, and you're talking about the cream of the welterweight division, Amir Khan ain't there. So, if you're talking about fighting the right welterweight, it's definitely got to be Amir Khan, you know what I mean? He's showed a lot of vulnerabilities in the past. And I think he's been hurt on a few occasions now. So, and it seems to be a trending thing for him now to get hurt in all of his fights. So, if I could land one on the sweet spot, I could change my life for real.
Welterweight, for you, do you think you have the power to translate to that division?
Well, look, in the past, I've always battled to get my weight down. You know what I mean? So it was always a battle with the scales, making weight. And not eating enough, not drinking enough. So this time now, I felt like I'm actually training to put on weight. So I'm actually feeling stronger in the gym. And to be quite honest with you, I had a few sparring sessions and. I've scored a couple of knockdowns in my sparring sessions, so I actually am developing, or I am delivering that power that I've been working on.
You obviously, are you on weight already?
I'm not far off it.
So you still have to cut a little bit.
I've still got to bring a little bit more.
You got to go up?
Yeah, I got to put more on.
Wow.
Put a bit more on, yeah.
And
so I'm actually I woke up this morning at 66.1. The weight division is 66.6. You got to remember, Amir's working his way down from whatever he is down to 66.6. So by the time he gets in the ring, he's probably going to be about 71, 70, and I'll be battling to be about 65.
Does that? How do you feel about that though?
I don't feel worried at all. I tell you, at the end of the day, I'm a very clever fighter. I've in the past I've been known to box, to move, to be showy, to be flashy, to be aggressive. So I'm a mix of all styles, you know what I mean? But I definitely know the style that it takes to beat Amir. I know exactly what I got to do to survive and try to win, you know what I mean? So I know that I need to be very calculated with my risks.
I think this will be your 51st fight.
That's correct.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah. So coming towards the end of your career, perhaps.
Definitely.
How are you feeling about perhaps the next step after boxing?
I tell you what, I thought I was going to take that step to leave boxing after the Tevin Farmer fight. Everyone knows that I lost a unanimous decision to Tevin Farmer. It was a tough, grinding fight that Tevin won, and I decided to retire after that. But I had no exit strategy. I had no exit plan, and I didn't know what I was going to do after that. But then I just said, I got to come back to boxing. So now what I'm actually doing is working on an exit strategy. I'm putting things in place where before I didn't do that. Where now I've made contacts with people and put things in place to make sure that once I do leave the sport, it'll be for good.
I'm assuming that the amount of money you're going to get paid is a lot more than initially you were going to get paid to fight Amir Khan. Was that the decision that you took for your future?
To be quite honest with you, obviously, the money is very rewarding. But I'm blessed because I've done pretty well out of my career and I've been pretty smart with my money. So it was never really about the money, but it was more about for me the magnitude of being in such a big fight, something that I dreamed of. I never really been in the magnitude of this type of fight. You know what I mean? I never.
This is the biggest name.
Yeah, I fought in a lot of world title fights, but I never fought on this stage. You know what I mean? Being the center of attention like this. So obviously, the money is great, and that's like a big part of it. But doing this for that is, I'm a fighter, man. So we live for these moments.
I got to be honest. About a year ago, I don't think I'd ever imagine having to travel to Saudi Arabia for boxing.
Yeah.
How do you feel about being here?
Man, this is actually a dream come true. Because I'll be honest with you, I've been thinking about this and dreaming about this for years. And even like maybe 10 years ago, I was saying to Naz, Naz, we should take boxing to the Middle East. Like when I say Naz, I mean Princeton's team.
Yeah.
I was like, we should really go to the Middle East and do something, man. Like, they would love boxing. We never did it, man. Look, now they're doing it right now. So it just shows you, man, dreams come true.
So they're making it happen, Archer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Have you spent some time getting around and stuff?
Yeah, definitely. Look, I was blessed to.
You said you went to Mecca, yeah?
I went to Mecca and did Umrah over there, and that was truly a blessing. And as I said to you, if nothing else comes out of this trip, at least I got to do that. You know what I mean? So I'm truly blessed and happy about that.
When you go back to Australia, do people recognize you on the streets? I know, like, for example, where I come from, South Africa, not a lot of people recognize the world champions in our country.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult. Is it the same in Australia?
I mean, no, I do get a lot of recognition in Australia. When you're talking about the top tier elite fighters in Australian boxing, who have had a lot of like media attention and stuff, it's probably Anthony Mundine, Danny Green, Jeff Fennick, Costa Zoo, myself. You know what I mean? Like, there's not many more that actually had really, really good media attention. So, and I was very approachable, so it really worked for me.
What do you see in Amir Khan that you think that's, without giving away too much, obviously?
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't really care about giving away too much, because at the end of the day, as I said to you, nothing's expected of me. I promise you, not for 1 second have I been nervous about this. I'm not nervous at all. And this is the first time in my career that I travel without my family, without my team, with my proper team. Like, obviously my trainer's here and my friends here, but usually I have my trainer, my cut man, my assistant. This is the first time I've left without no manager, no family members, none of my brothers are here. I'm here on my own, and honestly, I'll tell you now, I am not nervous one bit. I'm just...
Are they coming to the fight?
They're not coming to the fight. No one's coming. It's just me against me and my team, and the team that's in the corner. My best friend Murad and my trainer Billy Hussein, and a teammate of ours named Lauren Eagle, who came to support. But I'll tell you now, Amir Khan, as I said to you now, is definitely the easiest man out of the welterweights in the welterweight division. So if it was going to be against anybody else, I may have thought twice about it. But being the fact that it's against Amir Khan and it's in Saudi Arabia, had to jump at the chance.
I mean, naturally, I don't think that... Well, if you weren't preparing for this bull, I mean, they obviously Niraj Goya fell off the card. Naturally, you wouldn't have been asked to fight at welterweight. I mean, if they asked you to fight like Terence Crawford or Errol Spence Jr., would you
never do it? I'd never ever do it. I mean, look, there's risks and then there's calculated risks, and I definitely feel that Amir Khan's a calculated risk. Obviously, it's a financially rewarding fight, and it's a calculated risk. I mean, at the end of the day, let's be quite honest. If I do get hurt in any way, that's what my trainer's there. He's there to save me, and he's there to do the right thing. But I'm a warrior, and if you look back at my fight against Tevin Farmer, things weren't going too good in that fight, and in round 9 or 10, Jeff Fennick asked me if he could stop the fight, and I said to him, don't you dare do that. Don't you dare stop the fight. Let me go out on my back, because I'm a warrior at the end of the day. I mean, no one wants to go out like that. So, but at the end of the day, if Amir Khan, imposes his will, I'm gonna try to impose mine back. And at the end of the day, it's either he's gonna chin me or I'm gonna chin him. It's gonna be one or the other.
Well, naturally, I mean, you're looking at if you analyze the fight, you'll be the smaller guy for sure. Amir Khan's a fast boxer as well for a welterweight. If you look at his hand speed, you're a lighter division, so naturally your hand speed should probably be a little bit quicker than his. Is that what are you going to be in and out?
Well, I'll tell you something. I even then I still think Amir Khan's quicker than me.
He's quicker.
He's definitely quicker than me. I'm a realist. Okay. I'm not going to sit down and lie to the public or to the people that are watching on this podcast. I'm a realist. Amir Khan's quick. He's fast. He's sharp. You know what I mean? But he's vulnerable, and his quickness is his detriment, because when he punches, he oversteps himself. He falls over himself, and he walks into shots. Anytime you see Amir Khan getting knocked out, it's always him on the attack. When he attacked Danny Garcia, boom, he ran into the left hook. When he attacked Canelo with the jab, bang, he got hit with the right hand. You know what I mean? When he attacks Crawford, gets hit with the hook and goes down. You know what I mean? Like, he got hit with the right hand, then Crawford turned to the side and hit him with the hook and dropped him. Like every time you see him get knocked down, it's because of his mistake of being so erratic. So as I said, look, when I'm a little bit older than me, and I was pro before he was, but I've been watching him for a long time now, and I've been a fan. I never expected to fight him. In the past we've been friends. At this stage right now, we were still friends, but it's at the end of the day, I've got a job to do and he has a job to do.
Have you spoken to him since the fight's been made?
Yeah, we've had a little chat here and there, you know what I mean? At the end of the day...
You guys been friendly or...?
Well, yeah, it's been friendly for sure. I mean, like, to be quite honest with you, when I stare him down at the press conference, it's going to be strange, because I never ever thought that would happen, We'd done that in the past as a joke. Now we're doing it for real, you know what I mean? So... But as I said, I've seen vulnerabilities in me, and I've always sat back and quietly said, "Wow, if only I was a lightweight, or if only I was a light welterweight, or now I'm welterweight." You know what I mean? So it's actually happening. So, look, this is actually a dream come true for me. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, the magnitude and the stage is amazing.
Billy, I'd love it if you can give a shout out to the South African fans that will be watching this, because obviously the majority of my channel is South African supporters. Yeah. So, I mean, if you could just give them a quick
definitely. Look, you know what? I don't know whether you guys know this, but in the past, I fought a really good fighter from South Africa. His name was Zolani Morali, and I will say this openly and honestly: I've never been given problems in a fight more than Zolani gave me. He was an absolute warrior. He had the height, he had the reach. And you know what? It's kind of funny, because fighting him now prepared me for this big fight. I don't think of me anywhere as big as Zolani Morali was, and if I could handle him, then I can handle anything. So shout out to the South African fans. Thank you so much for the support. Much love to you all, and God bless you. Take care.
Thank you so much, and obviously thank you for talking. All the best for the fight.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.